Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia found himself in a bit of controversy stemming from a duck hunting trip he went on with Dick Cheney just 3 weeks after the court agreed to hear a case directly involving the vice president. Angrily denying his objectivity is in any way compromised by his friendship with the vice president, Scalia writes, "If it is reasonable to think that a Supreme Court justice can be bought so cheap, the nation is in deeper trouble than I had imagined." In a related story, the nation is in deeper trouble than Antonin Scalia had imagined.
The Supreme Court has become a target for late-night humor in America.
If everyone on the Supreme Court had to recuse themselves every time there was a conflict of interest, we'd never get to see John Roberts' NASCAR robe.
But Supreme Court decisions are no joke. The cases it hears affect every aspect of our lives, from the air we breathe to the safety of our workplaces, to our personal freedoms. The court is the one arena where powerful interests and everyday Americans stand equal before the law. With so much at stake, Supreme Court justices must put the Constitution and the law ahead of personal interests and political agendas. But what happens if their actions jeopardize their impartiality or the legitimacy of their decisions? Federal judges in the district courts and appeals courts must comply with rules known as the Judicial Code of Conduct.
The Judicial Code of Conduct is a body of rules, really ethical rules, about how judges should behave.
Some of the most important canons really relate to ensuring that judges conduct themselves in a way that ensures that they can maintain their independence and that they can maintain their impartiality.
They may not use the prestige of their office to help others through fundraising activities, for example. They must not help private organizations solicit members, raise money.
But there's one big problem. The code applies to every court except the Supreme Court.
When you tell people that the code of conduct applies to everyone but Supreme Court justices, they think it's a joke. I mean, that's how preposterous it is, that they're not bound by it. The notion that they're too awesome to be bound by the rules is just not selling anywhere.
In the past few years, Justices Clarence Thomas and Antonin Scalia have attended political strategy sessions aimed at attracting wealthy donors and influencing elections. These meetings were organized by billionaire conservative activists Charles and David Koch. The Koch brothers have a huge industrial empire, and their fortunes can be directly affected by Supreme Court decisions on many issues.
This is politics. Bare-knuckled, big money, Republican-Democrat politics. It would be wrong for a justice or a judge to go to one of these events.
This is dubious conduct in private spaces, and both of those things are in doubt to me in terms of judicial conduct, but both of them together is particularly toxic.
Attending this sort of overtly political event would be a violation of the code for any other federal judge.
We want them to be able to operate in ways that are free from the constraints of elections and the polls. And in order to do that, we say there's this one thing you give us back, which is you behave in a way that always and forever signals to us that you're putting us first, that you're putting the law first.